Hello friends, welcome back. In this video, we are back with storage options in Android. In last video, we discussed about internal storage in Android application. Basically, we have two options for storage in Android application. One is offline and online. So in offline storage, we have file storage, shared preference, SQLite, three options. And inside the file storage, we have internal and external storage, from which internal storage we discussed in last video. In this video we are going to discuss about how external storage work with Android application, and this we also discussed the internal storage and external storage difference. So we do not require any kind of permission while dealing with internal storage, but in external storage we need permission, and it is available if we uninstall the application. Then also external storage has no effect. It will be there, our data will be there. Okay, it is not get removed with the application uninstallation. Okay, so in this video we are going to discuss about the external storage. So here I already have the Hello World application with my Android Studio. So let's start the coding. First of all, I will have some user interface with our layout file inside the activity. So let me replace our constraint layout with linear layout, and also set orientation vertical, and we will have one edit text and two button. So here is the edit text with match parent, height, wrap content, hint, enter message. Here we are going to write a text file, simple text file on our external storage. So it message edit text I have, and here is the button, wrap content, text, write external, id, button, write external. So we have one button, one more button I am going to create here, that is button read external, and text property we will set read external. Okay, so layout file is ready with one edit text and two button. Next, let me have enable view binding inside our build Gradle module app file. So for that we can write build features view binding true. So we already discussed about view binding in many of our videos. So guys, please make sure you aware about the view binding concept and sync now. Next, inside our activity, I will create a binding instance. So private activity main binding, and the binding instance we will create here inside on create before set content view get layout inflator will pass inside inflate method, and here inside set content view we will type binding dot get rule. So view binding is enabled. Next, inside our on create method we will create a event for button write external dot set on click listener, and lambda syntax we will follow here, and one more button we have. So let me create event for read external button as well. Okay, so we have environment ready with our application. Next, in for writing external storage we need permission. So you can see inside our manifest file here I am going to have permission, uses permission, and what is the permission? So it is write external storage, and second permission I will have read external storage. So two permission we have set as per our requirement, read external and write external. Now again back to our activity. Okay, so with Marshmallow and upper version, all the permission we have in manifest file denied. Okay, so Marshmallow and upper version we need to request runtime. In many application you have seen like there is a pop-up whenever you start the application first time, it will ask for the permission in Marshmallow and upper version. Okay, so we need to request runtime, so it is called runtime permission. and we need to request to the user for the allow. If it allows to read and write external storage, then only you can continue your code. Otherwise you cannot read and write on external storage. Okay, so here let me write a code for check the permission runtime. Okay, so here I'm going to create one method, check runtime permission, something method we have created, and inside this method I will write a code for checking the permission and requesting runtime. Okay, so let me write first of all confirm whether the permission is allowed or denied. For that I can write check self permission. Okay, check self permission method is there, and inside this method we need to pass the permission, which permission I want to confirm. So I want to check write external storage permission, for example. So I can write here manifest dot permission dot write external storage constant we will have. Okay, and we will confirm check self permission not equal to package manager dot permission granted. Okay, so we check whether the permission is granted or not, and here you can see check self permission having some error, and if I press Alt enter here, it will suggest me to add requires API M or surround with if code. So I will use surround with if option. So you can see this condition only required for Marshmallow and upper version. So if it is Marshmallow and upper version, then only this code be required, and it will check whether the write external storage permission is granted or not. If it is not granted, then we need to request for the permission. Okay, and to request for the permission we can write request permission method, inside which we can pass the permission array. So two parameters basically we required. First one is string array and second one is request code. So let me have string array here, and next to the string array we will have curly bracket inside which we can pass the permission list here, and second one is request code. So request code might be any integer value you can pass. It will confirm which whenever the result we get, it will get confirm what result we have received after requesting. Okay, so basically it is normal integer value, we can pass anything. So here I will create one constant request write external. Okay, so I will press alter enter and create constant. You can see constant we is created, and you can pass anything. So I pass 100 as of now. Okay, so this is how we are requesting, and this will show the pop-up to the user, and in pop-up it can there will be allow and deny option, so it can choose anyone. Okay, and next we need to override the method on permission result method. Okay, on request permission result method we can override, and it will confirm the result. Okay, whether the user allowed or denied, that we will confirm here. Okay, so you can see what code we can write here. Before that, let me remove this not null annotation. Okay, so we have removed the not null annotation, and inside this method you can see we will get the request code. So this request code will be the same one which we pass while requesting for the permission, and you can compare both of this request code. It will confirm that we get the result of this specific request. Okay, you can request number of different type of requests you can request for, and all the different requests will have different request code. Okay, so first of all I will compare the request code here, and it will be request write external only. Okay, if it is request write external constant, then it confirms we get the result of this particular request. Next, inside our we have two other parameter. First one is permissions and second one is grant results. Okay, so I will mainly focus on grant results because it will confirm the permission is granted or not. So next condition here I am going to write grant results dot length is greater than 0. That means there is something inside this array. And what is there inside this array? So I will compare the first position value, that is package manager dot permission granted. Okay, so it will confirm we granted the permission whatever we requested here, and we only requested for one permission. Okay, we miss out the permission here, so let me write here what permission I want to request for. So that is write external storage. Okay, so we are requesting for write external storage only one permission, and that particular permission result we will get here. So if this condition is true, that means permission granted, and in the else part you can write the code for permission not granted. Okay, so if the permission is not granted, we need to explain the user why we need this permission, and accordingly we can request again, or you can also take the action. If the permission is not granted, what you want to do exactly? Suppose I want to hide the button. Okay, and I want to hide the button for read and write external, because if the permission is not granted, our code will not work. So let me hide the button, set visibility gone, and binding dot button write external. Okay, sorry, read external button we need to hide again, another one. Okay, so we hide the buttons here if permission is not granted. Okay, so this is how we requested runtime. Let me run and check the output with this code. So guys, here you can see we have the pop-up, because our currently we are in API 29, which is above SDK Marshmallow version, and it is like pop-up for allow or deny. Okay, whether you want to allow the permission for external storage read write operation or not. So if I deny, you can see buttons are gone, because in on request permission result we write a condition like if it is not granted, then we hide the button. Okay, and if I close the application and again start it, okay, I started the application again. So again it will check the permission, and if it is asking for the permission. Okay, so if I allow this time, then button will be there and there is no problem at all, because permission is granted and we can continue our code. Okay, so in this video we keep this much coding. Okay, we have done our runtime permission related code. In next video we will continue read write operation on the external storage. So guys, meet you soon in next video. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. We will back with new coding. Okay, so thank you so much guys.